a green ETF. At best, you're investing in the corporate equity of some big company, and you hope that they actually go and deploy that into whatever it be that they're doing. With Climatize, you're actually directly investing in renewable energy projects. If you're nearby that project, you could go and drive there and actually see it. We are working really in particular with renewable energy project developers. So the folks that are actually designing the systems, installing them, getting them interconnected. And so with that, the projects we've had on the platform to date have been really solar focused. So one that we funded 2 months ago was a community solar project in Massachusetts that was then benefiting a low income community nearby. And with that, essentially what's happening here is the developer, they've built this project. It's operational. It's already generating revenue. And from that, we have the power yield curve and the cash flow data on it. From there, the developers are taking out debt financing to go and develop multiple new projects. As an investor, you can come on to Climatize and buy some of that debt financing, just like a bank. So it's essentially the fractionalization of a line of credit. And then your investment is backed by the cash flows of that project, as well as the system value if they were to default. So in the event that they couldn't pay that interest, then you would actually convert to the equity owner of that solar project. And then additionally, we make sure that there's general liability insurance on the project in the event that something catastrophic were to happen there. And so with that, you actually have an asset-backed security through the contracted cash flows and through the system value. Meanwhile, you're helping accelerate that developer's ability to go and, design, develop, and get new projects built. And so, you can invest directly in projects in your community or across the country. And so we're really looking to kind of drive those local network effects where people can really see a tangible outcome with their money. And that being a real differentiation between what we're offering and, say, a green ETF or some index fund is with those, at best, you're investing in the corporate equity of some big company. And you hope that they actually go and deploy that into whatever it be that they're doing. With Climatize, you're actually directly investing in the deployment of renewable energy projects. And if you're nearby that project, you could go and drive there and actually see it on the building. And you could go and talk to the community members and hear their stories. And that's really what we're trying to drive, is kind of cutting out the noise and enabling people to just go A to B, capital to new projects. And really kind of anyone can pick it up. This is a project that they're putting their money to. This is the return profile. Here's the term of this loan. And here's how much you would be, being repaid on a quarterly basis. And from that,
go ahead.
Just trying to make it the easiest, like the highest return on effort. That, you could literally be sitting on your couch watching Netflix, download the app, find a project that you like and put $1,000 to it within 5 minutes and feel like, hey, I just really made some serious impact for this project. And, you don't have to go out and, go and build your own solar project. You can, invest in the professionals doing it in your community.
Yeah. So if I was going to go in there and say I had a project, I'm going to put solar on the roof of OfferUp here in Bellevue, Washington. I assume I just go through the process and post it in there. Do I set the terms? Do I set the interest rate and all that?
So we work with the project developers. So we intake deal flow. From there, we take a first meeting with them, begin to understand, is this a really quality project? From there, we would then sign all of the documentation, NDAs, LOIs, to have that data room to begin reviewing all of the documentation on the project. And from there, we would look at the cash flow profiles of the project. The project developer. So in that case, if you were saying, hey, OfferUp wants to put these solar projects on our HQ roof, then, you all would propose an interest rate for that debt financing that you're taking on. We would make sure that it's feasible within the cash flow profile of that solar project. And so long as everything checks out and it's a, realistic return profile, then yeah, you would be able to then post it to the platform.